till 1979, I used the camera and the medium, black and white medium, essentially the way everyone else did. I mean, the only thing that really changed in 79 was that instead of going out looking for configurations that fit my peculiar mind, I made them. And the only reason that happened was because Polaroid forced me to do that. I'm delighted and grateful to them for having provided me with this opportunity that at the time I really bucked like crazy. In my case, I don't really know. This is probably something that has to be seen and understood from somebody outside of me. But I think one of the things I think has happened to me because of the way I began and the people I was exposed to and the time in which I lived and that happened, and my own peculiar background. I mean, my house, the opera played every Saturday. We were poor. I mean, we had nothing, but music was always there, and art was always there in some form. And then once I start getting involved in art history, and I start thinking more and more about pictures from a different perspective, from a historical perspective, even though I had a little of that at RIT, I got a much broader spectrum, obviously, once I started doing art history. And the more I did that, and the more I studied, in fact, for a period of time while I was working on a master's in journalism, I was exploring the whole notion of perception and semantics, and got me into Gombrich, art and illusion, etc. So all these things, and there are so many of them, that led my mind to go in the way it went, both as a picture maker and as a historian or critic. So I think what's happened is that I've been pushing myself more and more and more to try to prove to the world that photography is a picture-making medium, like any other picture-making medium. And you can make it fit the window on the world idea by following the footsteps of that program, which the world believes. Or you can follow a variety of other programs, and the one I'm following is the one that insists that you see the photograph as a result of a picture-making medium that can do all of these things. It is a magnificent medium. Every conceivable purpose you can think of that's a visual need. Why not have all of it? Why restrict ourselves to one or the other definitions? In fact, I don't think we can define the medium. But all of this kind of thinking enters into, I think, the making of my pictures, as well as the talking about pictures. What finally makes my pictures work is entirely accidental. I mean, I start with the knowledge that I have developed over a long period of time, and that steers me. But within that, I'm pretty convinced, and this has happened probably in the last 10 years, I've become convinced that all of that other stuff, all of that other thinking, all of the writing I've done has somehow infiltrated my thinking in the studio. It's not a conscious thing that's going on. I mean, it's certainly not there when I'm making a picture. But it is there somewhere leading me to do what I do. It's as if as I said, I have this agenda I finally realized. And I think part of my agenda is to show the world that the medium is what it is, a medium.